Alright folks, welcome back to Notre Dame Prep as we are bringing you some live coverage here as your Notre Dame Prep girls varsity basketball team takes on Shrine. So coming into this match, a very different story between the guys and girls basketball team. Notre Dame Prep with a 5-4 record. They most recently dropped a matchup to Walled Lake Northern. Been on and off. Win one, lose one. 1-2, lost one. 1-1, lost one. One versus Avondale, lost versus Walled Lake Northern. On the other side for Shrine, it's been a very somewhat subpar season for them. 2-7. Won their home opener versus Riverview Gabriel Richard. Then proceeded to drop 7 straight and then righted the ship yesterday against Lamphere 45-35. So should the Irish play to the caliber that they have been playing, this should be a smooth game for the Fighting Irish. So starters for the Knights: Tillman, Kramer, Proctor, Smith, and Shapiro. Taking the tip off is Kramer and Tessa Bordonia for the Irish. We will get started. That one run right over to Sowers, up ahead to Simon, who pulls that up in with the mid-range, gets the Irish on the board really early. That 2 from Simon. And that's being handled by Shapiro. Passes that one over to Tillman. Now down into the paint. Smith, layup rejected by Sowers. Kaylin Sowers, leading scorer for the Irish, 159 points on the season. Breaking up that play there with a block. As Shapiro throws that one in just too high for layup Proctor. Possession goes back to the Irish. Bordonia throws it in for Seular, who now turns. Passes that one up ahead, tipped by Shapiro, but handled by Bordonia. No harm, no foul. Bordonia handles it up top. Back out top. Far elbow for 3. Bordonia, that one rattles off the rim. Rebound taken. Sowers with the second effort. That no good. Rebound taken by Shapiro as she is fouled. Probably just jump ball, not a foul. As that one sent up ahead for Kramer. That one no good. Rebound to Bordonia. Up ahead to Carpanese. We gave an experiment for the clock. The clock not working. We're just going to take that one down. It's that. Long 2. It's good. Now handling that is Tillman. Passes that one over to Proctor. Works her way in. Now back up top. Tillman for 3, off the rim, rattles around, rebound loose, handled by Bordonia. That pass looking up ahead for Sowers. Knocked out of bounds by Tillman. Possession going to stay with the Irish. So head coach Matt Matuza calling out some commands. There's another long 2 from Simon. That one no good. Rebound from Kramer. Taken back by the Irish. Bordonia with a layup. So Tessa Bordonia with a layup there. Timeout called by Shrine. So the Irish off to a commanding lead early. So again, I'm Augie Villawan here with NDP Athletics Broadcasting, where you can get all of your live broadcasting of all your Notre Dame sports. Much less busy week this week, as we just have this today on Tuesday. Women's basketball will be back Friday against Southeastern. We'll have coverage there live at 7. Tomorrow we will be covering wrestling once again. Had some good coverage there last time. Going to do it once more. And then on Saturday, we head over to Detroit Skate Club, where your North Oakland Eagles will battle against the Allen Park Jaguars. So that one thrown in by Shapiro, turned over but out of bounds off of Regina Carpanese, the sophomore, so Shapiro back to throw it in. That thrown up ahead to Tillman. Now sends that up for Smith. Looking into the paint, that's Kramer. Rejected by Bordonia, but the foul. 2 shots coming. So we got free throws here. At the first foul on Tessa Bordonia. First free throw from Kramer. Rolls around and in. That second free throw also through. So that's a deep pass for Sowers, looking to Moss. Proctor there, but jump ball. Bordonia looking for a big pass there all the way out across for Sowers. As Bordonia surveying, trying to look for someone open. Passes that one down for Simon, who passes that right back to Bordonia. Bordonia on the near elbow, working her way underneath the paint. The layup falls through. Tillman sends that one up ahead to Smith. Now into the paint for Kramer. Back out. Proctor thought about shooting. Now nets off the long 2. Rebound taken by Simon. As now Tessa Bordonia slows it down for the Irish. Bordonia looking. Sends that one over to Simon. Simon getting around Smith. Now into the paint. That one knocked out of bounds, but last touched by the Knights. So possession going to stay with the Irish. Bordonia here to throw it in once more. 5:31 left. As Bordonia looking for options. Sends that one out. That is to Sayular. Back over to Bordonia on the near elbow. Flips that all the way over. Far elbow. Carpanese puts up the 3. No good. And out on the Irish. Kramer almost knocked that one out. Did a good job of staying away. As Shapiro throws that one in. Nearly taken away by Sayular, but now it's over for Proctor. Up ahead, Kramer. Under the paint. Looking for a pass across the paint for Smith. That one off the foot of Carpanese, who's now being subbed out for Addison Kashuba. Shapiro looking for some options. Sends that Kramer. Puts up a 3. Bricks out, rebound taken by Sayular, who will now handle it for the Irish. Coming down the near elbow, working for some space. Into the paint, Sowers spins. Looking for a foul there as that shot was no good. Now handled by Shapiro. Sends that up to Proctor. Now to the near side for Tillman, into the near elbow. That was Smith, who lets off the mid-range. Sayular travels there. So possession gonna go to the Knights. They trail 8-4. Tillman now handles it over the near elbow. That's Shapiro. Into the corner. Tillman back up top. Handled by Shapiro. All the way up top for Proctors. That's now down to the far elbow. Into the paint, Smith. Last touched by Bordonia, so possession going to stay with Shrine. That one to the far corner. Proctor thought about shooting it. Now that's far corner. Tillman puts up a 3, rattles in. So Nora Tillman, the sophomore, lets off the 3. Over foul on Shrine. That will bring it back to the Irish as Bordonia throwing it in. Bordonia throws it into the paint. Sowers spinning, working underneath. Foul. So that foul there on Shapiro. And now Sowers heads to the free throw line. Irish lead this one 8-7. Again, Augie Villan here with your NDP Athletics broadcasting coverage. So that first free throw rattles all the way out. So now the first free throw doesn't go. Second free throw here for Sowers. 4:08 left. That second free throw. That one up and through. So 9-7, Irish lead by 2. Shapiro throws that one into Proctor. Press coming from the Irish as Proctor throws that one off of Sayular's foot, getting possession back. So Shapiro throws that one in. Back over to Tillman. Now brings it up the near side. Passes that one over to Kramer. That pass looking for Smith, knocked away by Sowers. As here comes Sayular. Stops, looking for something. Sends it over to Bordonia. To the far elbow, looking for Kashuba. Just high. Addison Kashuba, the freshman, just out of her reach. Shapiro throws that one in. Tillman handles it. Passes that one up ahead. Smith works underneath, goes for Kramer on the other side, who lays that one in. Kramer up to 4 points now. Press incoming. Kashuba stops, working to beat the press. Passes that one over to Bordonia. Now handles that far sideline. Works it in. Crossing. Gets underneath. Working under. Puts up the floater. No good. Rebound loose. Handled by Kramer with the fast break. Working her way up. Lays that one in. Good effort there from Kashuba. But now Sayular with a break. Works her way in. And is fouled. So Sayular heads to the free throw line here. Shrine very light on numbers. They have 9 players. That first free throw no good from Sayular. So very light on numbers, giving them a much more difficult game in terms of subbing. So no subs yet for them. As that free throw from Sayular falls through. Sayular been a good defensive role player all season. As that's turned over, Sowers with it now. Fakes the pass, lays it up, foul. Faked the pass over. That foul on Shapiro, that's your second of the day. Sowers back to the free throw line. That first one is up and through. So the first sub coming on, that is Maddie Malkowski subbing off Livy Shapiro, who's in some foul trouble with 2 already. Now the second free throw for Sowers. That one up and through as well. So Sowers up 2, 3 points on the day as Sayular pressing in on Tillman. That pass up ahead to Kramer. Now down underneath on the near elbow. Proctor works her way around. Has that off to Tillman. Tillman on the near elbow being hounded by the Irish into the corner. Smith puts up a 3. No good. Rebound handled by Malkowski. And jump ball. Good battle there from Audrey Simon. Possession going to stay with Shrine. 12-11 your score with 2:36 left in the first. Tillman here to throw it in for Shrine. Sends into Malkowski. Proctor into the corner. Tillman puts up a 3. In. Tillman been the sharpshooter so far. Second 3 of the day. She's got 6 points, tying Kramer for the lead. As Sayular working under on the near post. Over to Bordonia on the near elbow. Bordonia gets underneath. Layup no good. Rebound knocked out by the Irish. As Guma subs out Sayular. So Malkowski throws this one in for Shrine. That's handled by Tillman. Tillman sends that one up ahead for Smith, but too high, turning that one over.
Good job, Addison.
Good double team pinch there from Guma and Kashuba. Able to force some pressure there on Tillman, who then turned that one over. So Kashuba working on Tillman, passes that one into Bordonia. Bordonia gets underneath, puts up the layup and in. All knotted up here, 14-14. Tessa Bordonia, the lead scorer, with 6 right now. That pass up ahead to Smith, now over to Kramer. Kramer underneath, lays that one in. 8 points on the day for Kramer, but here comes Sowers working in underneath, lays that one in. So back and forth so far. Sowers gets her 5th point of the day, and that's handled by Proctor. Proctor double team coming, gives it off to Tillman. Into the paint, Smith underneath, lays that in. Some good tic-tac-toe passing from both teams right now as Kashuba has it out top. Bordonia puts up a 3. Nothing but net. Timeout taken by Notre Dame Prep. Bordonia just nails that 3 there. 30-second timeout taken by the Irish. 19-18 is the lead. Thanks to that, Tessa Bordonia 3 ball. She leads the Irish with 9. In second is Sowers with 5. On the other side for Shrine, Kramer has 8, Tillman has 6.
1, 2, 3.
Back and forth, high-scoring start. As the Knights are just 1 point away from their season low in a loss to Milford late in December, where they only scored 19. And Shrine's been a very low-scoring team, averaging 37.9 to the Irish's 43.1. Been pretty good on defense as well with 46.9, but the Irish, of course, having some good defense, locking it down with 31.5 as that's out of bounds off of Kashuba. So that sort of pinch and double team from the Irish, giving Shrine some trouble. So that pass too high for Malkowski and turning it over. So Bordonia here to throw in for the Irish. As it's now handled by Kashuba, the freshman has seen a lot of minutes so far this year. As that's a 3 in. Coming down on that one. Kashuba nails the long 3-pointer from up top, giving the Irish an extra lead. Now under 50 seconds, that's into the paint. Kramer underneath, knocked away by Sowers as her 2nd block of the day. Bordonia bringing it in, 40 seconds. Up top, Sowers thought about shooting it underneath. Euros, no good on the layup. It's now down to 30 seconds. Shapiro over to Tillman on the far elbow to Malkowski. Malkowski looking for some options. Pass that one off. Tillman into the paint. Kramer loses it. Taken by the Irish. Kashuba is fouled. That foul on Kramer. That's Kramer's 1st of the day. As Kashuba goes to the free throw line. 22-18 is your score. It's been back and forth all day. 17 seconds left. That first free throw from Kashuba falls out. No good. So now the 2nd free throw here. Kashuba puts that one up. That one rattles out. Rebound taken by Nella Kaminskis and knocked out of bounds by Shrine. That was Tillman. Ball rolling around on the stage over here. So 14.2 seconds for the Irish. We'll see what they try to cook up here. Bordonia going to throw it in.
Paula.
So subbing out, that is Kashuba. Subbing in Sayulares. There's a 3 from Bordonia. Great shot there from Bordonia. She's been on fire today. 12 points. Down to 5 seconds. That's Smith up top. Now into the paint. Kramer with 3. Gets the buzzer beater, and that will do it for the first quarter. So Kashuba getting checked out by trainer Chris Polsinelli. The Irish lead this one by 5. Bordonia been on fire here today. 12 points. Just about 50% of the Irish's points so far. Second place in scoring is Kaylin Sowers.
Let me look at you guys. All right. So we're going.
On the other side, Julia Kramer, the sophomore, leading
All right, you're in the steal spot. Okay. So
Knights in scoring with 10,
actually,
and Nora Tillman in second, also a sophomore with 6. So it's just been Kramer, Tillman, and Smith. The points for the Irish. Smith with 4. So again, a very small team for Shrine. Only 2 seniors, although the Irish with 2 seniors as well. But again, only 9 players for Shrine, so light on subs.
Okay. All right, let's go. Get your hands in here. Good job.
Been very conservative in terms
together on
of
three. 1, 2, 3.
bringing players in. Irish with much more breathing room. They have subbed a couple players in. That's Campbell Bordonia and Jenna Montano subbing out Simon and Sowers. Bordonia still in for the Irish, along with Guma and Theular. So at the start of the second, Irish lead this one by 5, 25-20.
Perfect. 3 out. 3
So
out.
Guma working on Shapiro there. Passes that one up top for Theular. Theular puts up a 3 off the rim. Rebound out. Almost saved by Guma there. However, no good. So 25-20 is still the score. So that's handled by Shapiro. Sends that one up top, picked off by Bordonia, but stepping out of bounds there. Got the turnover, but right back over. The one thing I do have to get used to is fouls don't carry over from quarters, so every quarter start with 0 fouls for both teams. So it's passed over Proctor on the near elbow. Now down in the near corner, Tillman puts up a 3, no good. Rebound handled by the Irish and Theular. Now slows that one down, going to survey her options. Theular looking, passes into Bordonia. Bordonia into the corner. Montano puts up the 3. Nothing but net. Jenna Montano nails the 3 there to lengthen the Irish lead up 28-20 now, with the press giving the Shrine a little bit of trouble. That one knocked away. Theular battling, holds on to it, but taken away by Proctor. And a foul called there on Campbell Bordonia.
Hey, we don't need
So now that's up top to Shapiro. Over to Proctor. Into the corner. Tillman thought about shooting the 3. Doesn't go for it. Passes that one into the paint for Kramer, who lays that in for 2. So it's handled by Theular. Looking for some options. Pass that one down to Bordonia. Cutting underneath. Has that one taken away. Ball loose on the ground. Going to be Shrine ball. So Sowers looking like she's going to get ready to sub back in. So it's handled by Tillman. Over Shapiro, back to Tillman. Now down near elbow. That's Smith. Looking into the paint for Kramer, taken away. Bordonia looking for that pass underneath to Guma, who held that one in. However, that's now handled by Shapiro. That's going to be another foul called. That foul on Tessa Bordonia. That's her second of the day. Bordonia getting subbed out as Mara Ike subs in for Shrine, as well as Ariana McGank subbing out Jenna Montano, who nailed that 3. Touch to the near elbow for Proctor, the junior. Into the corner, Tillman. Tillman puts that in the paint. Foul. That was a foul on Campbell Bordonia. So some shots coming for. Shots coming for Julia Kramer. That's Campbell Bordonia's second foul of the night. The first free throw off the rim and no good. Kramer leading the Knights in scoring right now with 12. It's a second free throw. That one up. Off the rim, rebound handled by McGank, the freshman. Pass that one over to Sayular. Into the corner for Guma. Looking down into the paint, taken by Sayular. Throws that one up, no good. And a foul called. Getting that rebound was Bordonia, that foul being called on Kramer. Kramer now up to 2 on the day. Maddie Snow, the senior, checking in for the Irish, or for Shrine. First free throw from Bordonia, no good. So Montano subs off Guma, and the second free throw here for Bordonia. Campbell Bordonia, not Tessa. Campbell, younger sister of Tessa Bordonia, as that's handled by Ike. Now over to Tillman. Near elbow. Proctor puts up a 3. No good. Rebound handled by Sowers, taking it for the Irish. 28-22. Sowers got some pressure behind her. Pass that one up top. Sayular puts up a 3. No good. Rebound handled by Shapiro. Spins away from pressure and sends that one up ahead to Tillman. Tillman now brings it across half court. Proctor pump fakes underneath, looking for the layup. No good. Rebound up for grabs, handled by Paula Sayular. Has 2 behind her, knocked down. Sends that up ahead, handled by Montano. Montano looking for something, turns that one right over to Proctor. Now up to Tillman. It's Proctor on the far elbow, into the far corner. Tillman puts up the 3, rolls all the way around the rim and out. No good. Just under 5 minutes, Sayular getting slowed down. Gonna try to set up this possession, although that's underneath for McGank. Looking to pass that one out for Montano, handled by Shapiro. Now up to Tillman. Tillman working her way in. Guarded underneath, knocked away by McGank. That's Sayular with it now. Passed over to Sowers. Sowers into the lane, working underneath. Kicked that one out, so that's going to go to Shrine. So Smith subbing out Amara Ike. Bordonia checks in for the Irish. That's handled by Tillman, bringing it out of Shrine's end. It's into the corner for Tillman. Now onto the near elbow. Proctor sweeps across towards the far side. Puts on the brakes. Looking underneath for Smith. But tipped. So Bordonia subs off McGank, and Carpanese subs off Sayular. That's into the corner for Shapiro. It's back into the corner. Now looking underneath, that was Snow. Back up top for Proctor. Back over to Snow up top. Proctor puts up the long 2. Rebound taken by the Irish. No good from Snow there. Still knotted up 28-22, scoring got a little stagnant. That's into the paint for Carpanese, who puts up that 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound taken by Proctor. Getting hounded. And that foul called on Carpanese. So Shapiro going to throw in here. So the Knights beat the press there. Send it to Smith. Now back over to Smith. No good. Came down a little hard there. Looking to be okay. That's pulled out by Proctor. Proctor getting double teamed there. Throws that to Snow. Snow over the near elbow. That's Tillman. Now over to Proctor on the far elbow, who slows it down.
Keep up. Right there, Reg. Hey,
That's
come on, come on,
Shapiro
come on.
now near corner. Tillman puts up the 3. Good.
Okay.
Tillman up to 9 points. Carpanese handles it for the Irish. Passed, looking to pass that to Campbell Bordonia. Taken by Tillman, who is fouled and one. That foul on Carpanese, that's her second of the day. Kashuba subbing out Monta. So some free throws here for Tillman. One shot here. That free throw. No good. Rebound loose. Taken by Smith. What a foul called. That one on Summer Smith. That's Smith's second foul of the game. So that's up ahead to Kashuba. Irish got their lead cut down by 1. That's into the corner for Carpanese, getting double teamed. Sends that one out to Kashuba. Up top. Bordonia thought about shooting it, but that's knocked away as Campbell Bordonia gets subbed up by Audrey Simon, making my job a whole lot easier. So that's Sowers working her way in underneath. Up top, Bordonia puts up the 3, nails it. That's up to 15 points now for Bordonia as the Irish lead by 4. Being the press is Shrine as that Summer Smith underneath with a good layup through contact. Smith now is 6 points. That's Sowers on the far elbow, puts up the long 3 off the rim. Rebound handled by Kashuba, who is fouled. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first half. That foul called on Proctor. That's her first foul of the day. Free throws here for Ashton Kashuba. So first free throw off the brick and no good. Now second free throw upcoming. Well, folks, hope all those watching are bundled up at home trying to stay out of the cold. As it seems to have made its way into the main gym. I am getting some goosebumps here. So that's Proctor handling it for Shrine. Puts on the brakes. Looking for some options. That's near elbow. Tillman puts up the 3. Swish. So Tillman nails that 3. She now has the lead score. But 3 coming from Sowers off the rim. Rebound handled by the Irish. That's into the corner for Bordonia. Cutting into the lane underneath. Back door to Carpanese, who lays that one in. So Irish leading by 1 here. Apologies, it was a little lackadaisical with the scoreboard. So that's into the corner. Snow back up top. That is Proctor, who passes that one off to Tillman. Now back to Snow. Into the corner. Smith thought about shooting it. Flips all the way across. That's for Shapiro. Cutting into the lane. Rebound is loose and taken by Carpanese, who drops that one off. Now down to under a minute. Bordonia handling it. It's Smith. Over to Simon. Rebound taken by Tillman and a foul. That foul on 23. Shoot, but that's their only one on the day. But headed to the free throw line is Tillman. Shrine trailing by 1 with 45 seconds. That first free throw rounded out. As Malkowski subs out Smith. 45.3 seconds. That second free throw falls through, so we're all tied here. Tillman notches her 15 points. She matches Bordonia. So that's up top to Bordonia. With 40 seconds left, wide open. 3 from Sowers. Off the rim, loose. taken by Snow, who pops that one over to Shapiro. Down under 30 seconds. Proctor passes that over to Tillman, being guarded by Sowers. That one knocked away by Kashuba. Got a good jump on that one, just off the fingertip and out. 19.4 seconds. We're all tied at 33. That's thrown in to Tillman. Now back out to Shapiro. On the far elbow. That's the corner for Tillman. Now up top, Proctor. Proctor looking for something. Goes that far corner, working her way into Shapiro. Puts up a floater. No good. Rebound handled by Carpanese. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Sowers heaves it. No good. And that will take us to the end of the first half. I'm Augie Villawan with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. We are all knotted up at 33 here. We'll be back in a little bit with the second half.